Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, we're an emerging nation, and we are the United States of the world and on a mission to banish poverty. We've spent 3 years, because we are an emerging nation, we've spent 3 years putting in solid foundations and building something that is intended to last for generations to come. And we're now in the stage of increasing our income, our productivity, to strengthen our economy, increase the liquidity of our currency and its value, and that will benefit all members. So who can be a member or a citizen, as they're sometimes called, of We Share Abundance? Literally anybody. We welcome people from every corner of the world, every colour, class, creed, gender, financial status, educational level, and we don't even see those superficial differences. We just recognize everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together. It's what we call a non-separatist ideology, and we recognize that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer our community, and therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'll be heading over there in a moment because that's where we see most of the comments. And I'm going to have a quick look here while I'm in the app, because we get people in not Facebook, in YouTube or Twitch, which I don't see once I go over to Facebook. So we've got Lewis in saying hi from Portugal, and we've got Ram in saying hi from the UK. And I'm going to head over to Facebook right now. And then I'm going to be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And I'll be looking for the 13th of August. We're getting close to halfway through August already. I'm going to click to it, get the comments list up. Excuse me. And we've got Andrew saying good day from New Zealand, where it will be, of course, Monday morning. We're on a wet Sunday evening here in Cornwall. We've got Kingsley in from Manchester, letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Kingsley. We've got Syed from Pakistan. And we've got Bazina from Scotland, Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. So we have representatives here from the capital of Scotland and also the capital of Portugal. And Syed says, I'm really sorry for ask question. Can you please tell me what about our Visa token? Which one we hold 1 or 2 years? And what about Visa accounts? I'll get onto that in a bit. I'll answer your question, Syed. But it's not going to be anything that you're going to be very happy with, because it's not going to start immediately, but I'll cover it in a moment. Before we do that, I'm going to get started with a very short prayer, which helps us find the path to happiness. Happiness you can't buy. No matter how much money you've got, you won't necessarily be happy. Happiness can only be found through loving service to others. And once you make that your goal, make that your way of life, you will satisfy that inner longing for more, more, more. What is it more of that I need? More happiness. And you get that through that loving service to others. But also, the more people you make happy and the more effort you put into making them happy, the more you'll find everything that you want and need in life will automatically flow to you. So instead of chasing the money to buy that house that you think is going to make you happy, or the car that's going to make you happy, or the vacation, the travel that you think is going to make you happy, chase serving others. and you'll find that the house, the car, the travel, the vacations, whatever it may be, will all flow to you anyway. Okay, so we've got Deborah in as well from Southern Alabama, USA, and we're going to have that little prayer now. And we'll follow that with a little affirmation to help us with that non-separatist ideology, where we just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family. So here's our prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service, attract into their life true happiness and everything they want and need. Amen. And the affirmation goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul, thy world. Okay, right. There's no development been going on because it's weekend and the developers don't work weekend. But I've been trying to go through the site and sort things out. What we really need is a total rebuild of the site, but I don't have time to do it at the moment. So it's a case of just trying to find out the things that aren't right and bring them into line with where we are and what we're doing. And of course, one of the most important things we're doing is our progressive passive income pools, our Share Hope program, where anybody, anywhere in the world, no matter what their situation is, as long as they can access the internet for a couple of minutes a day, can find true hope. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel by creating habits of persistence and patience and simply logging in each day and reading any messages. And there's a maximum length of time. In 22 months of doing that, they will start receiving cash every month forever, for generations to come, not just for a few weeks, a few months, years, not just for a lifetime, but for generations to come. They'll be bringing security into the lives of their own current life and the future lives of those that follow them. It's not about making people millionaires. It's about teaching them how to create good habits in place of the bad ones. What are the bad habits? Well, one of the most common bad habits is wanting it now. And that's been brought about over the last 60, 70 years through the greed of the financial institutions that have sold the pay now or live now, pay later ideology, philosophy, simply because they make a lot of money by selling that ideology, that idea to people. Oh, it don't matter if you can't afford it, we'll lend you the money. You're going to be in debt for the rest of your life. When I was a kid growing up, just looking at the just post-war period, late 1940s, mid 1940s to late 1940s, people didn't have that mindset. If they wanted something, whether it was a car, hardly anybody could afford a car anyway, certainly not where I lived, you know. Houses weren't built with drives that took cars, there were no garages. Cars weren't available. But if you wanted a bike, for example, you wouldn't go into the store and sign a hire purchase agreement. You would put money into a savings account or into a bin on the shelf in your home till you had enough to go and buy the bike. That applied whatever it was, whether it was a pan for the kitchen, whatever it may have been, paint to redecorate your home. You saved up. Once you had the money, you went out, you bought it, did it, and you lived debt free. But banks weren't making any money out of that. The financial institutions weren't making a lot of money. And they started to gradually introduce the now pay later philosophy where you could get personal loans. A lot of people didn't even have bank accounts when I was a kid. Nearly everybody has a bank account now. The thin end of the wedge was where they introduced a card, not a credit card, not a debit card, but a card that guaranteed your check. So you had your checkbook, you wrote your check, and you could give it to a store and you put your card guarantee on the back and they check it all. And the bank guaranteed that that check would be paid, be met. And that was the thin end of the wedge. And that gradually became a debit card and a credit card. And that's when things really started escalating and you could have a debit or a credit card. A credit card, wow, wonderful. You could go and buy things all over the place without having any money, without saving for it. You were locked in to debt, usually for life. People go through life now building bigger and bigger and bigger debts, whether it's personal loans, whether it's credit card debts. People just go through life increasing it, increasing their indebtedness. And so what we're trying to do is reverse that and say to people, okay, you put in the work now, have the hope, have the vision, and in a few years you'll start having more money and more money, and it'll keep building and keep building. And in that way, we can help them unlock the prison doors of poverty. It's no good if people are hungry, giving them a bag of rice. That doesn't solve the poverty issue. It keeps them alive. I'm not saying that that's not necessary. There are lots of organizations that do that sort of thing. But giving handouts to people doesn't help them escape from that self-imprisonment. And that is what we're on a mission to do. And so that is one of the things that we've got to focus on more in our website. We have different ways that they can do it. Not only the Share Hope plan, there is the soap coupon, which we might rename to the Hope coupon or something like that, which people can take, cost them nothing. They can help other people with it, cost the person that they're helping nothing, but everybody starts to generate income through that system. Very powerful, but not understood, not recognized, because people say, oh, I'm in so much debt, I can't pay my debt, I can't pay my rent, I'm going to be evicted, because they've bought into this thing that the financial institutions want to keep you in that debt. And so people are looking for a quick fix, and the quick fixes usually end up with them losing more money. What they started out with as an idea to make extra income online ends up by being an expensive hobby, not a very pleasant hobby. We've got to reverse all this thinking to really help people. We have opportunities where people can generate larger amounts of money. depends on their work ethic. And that's what, once again, we've got to teach people. Work ethic is important. Start and build and generate and compound. Rich people take the money they have and they put it somewhere to make more money. Poor people take the money they have and spend it, often not on essentials. Most lottery tickets are purchased by people on the lower income level. Why? They've bought into this live now, pay later, quick fix ideology, and it doesn't work. And it's just creating more social injustice throughout the world. And that's what we're on a mission to solve. So that's where I'm working on the website now to try and find those things that aren't in line with what we're doing. I do also hope to be accepted with a gift in the Avazu games that they play. And we'll be giving away $100 positions in the shareholder plan, where people will have $1,000 deposited into their wallet, have $100 in all the pools where they can enter into the free raffles that we offer, and they will start getting monthly income after just one full month. By doing that, we will also be in the supporters of Avazu, people that are buying the raffle tickets and decide to get more free entries there. Will see us amongst the supporters and they'll click. And we have a page that really hits people so that we get more sign-ups. But we're already seeing the effects of what we're doing after 2 years of constant decline. We are now in a month or two of constant increase. It's not massive, it's not huge at the moment, but it is going to keep growing and it's going to grow more and more and more. And certainly once we hit September, when those first people are getting payments from the shareholder plan, the progressive income that we will provide for them, we're going to see an upturn in that. And I'll give you some numbers. I don't think I gave them to you yesterday, actually, so I'll give them to you for the last couple of days. But we are on a steady increase now. We are starting to build again, and that benefits everybody. It doesn't matter whether you've introduced somebody or not. You benefit from every member that joins our community because it increases our gross national product. And that affects the value of the tokens that you hold. The more members we have, the greater the value of the currency that we distribute and currency that we have distributed. So it's not only the new issue, it's all the currency that you've been building up for some of you for 2 or 3 years will start to increase in value. And that benefits everybody, and that's just a simple thing. And of course, if you get involved in helping to introduce people, and it's simple to do. All you've got to do is give away one of the free coupons we give you, and you've introduced a paid member. Introducing a paid member qualifies you for the bonus, the Power of One bonus. It's only 10%, I think, the first month. Do it again the next month, and I think it's up to 15%, and so on. But in 6 months, it's 50%. And it's increasing everything that you do pretty much throughout our community by that percentage, whether it's secondary staking or whether it's the income that you're generating from logging in that we give you, those rewards we give you, whether it's the Poverty Crusher plan, all these things are linked together. And simply by giving away one of those coupons every month, you start building that pound of one bonus until it gets to 50% per month. If you introduce somebody that decides that they want to get in at the top level, $100 in the income pools, that month, whatever your pound of one bonus is doubled. If it was 10%, it'd be 20%. If it's 50%, it's 100%. It's an amazing bonus plan. There are other ways of getting 100% from the bonus plan. I'm not going to go into it all now. It's all on the website, but it's there and it can help people get into the right habits of doing things consistently, persistently, working to a 3 to 5 year plan, not hoping that tomorrow you're going to wake up a millionaire. Put your plan into action today. Stick with it. 3 to 5 years. 5 years' time, you'll look back and you'll be amazed, not only at how your finances have changed, but how you've changed, how much growth, personal growth you've achieved, how your attitude, your mentality has changed. You'll be amazed. Okay, who else have we got in? We've got Norman from Doncaster, Pomade from Nigeria, Richard from Devon, UK, Derek from Florida, USA. Okay, right. So that's what I'm up to anyway. That's what I've been doing. I'm going to bring you up to date with a couple of things on some third-party programs in a moment, particularly one which I've not had time to look at, but I've got another email today and it looks really interesting. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. But what we are doing currently, our main focus is on two things. First of all, it is the Sharehope program, the Progressive Passive Income Pools, and the conversion of the Visa Abundance token into Sharehope tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. With controlled liquidity, it will mean that everybody that withdraws from from any of our plans, but especially from the wealth builder that we have, the Sharehope program, will be able to sell quickly and easily at the value that we stipulate, that is calculated through the issue of tokens to the members. And that's currently around about $300 per token. Okay, so that is our number one priority that we're working on. There's not a lot I can do about the ROI tips at this stage, but if anything does come up that I need to do, I'll be doing it as a priority. But that campaign should be starting to roll out very, 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 very soon. I'm not sure why it's not running already. I'm hoping to get a response from them on Monday to give you some more information on that. I'm hoping that it's just going to simply be, boom, we are live with the campaign. But I don't know. So those are our two priorities. Why? Because they are the most beneficial things we can do for our membership base. The ROI Tips campaign, the collaboration we have with them for the Facebook advertising, is going to benefit primarily members of the Turnkey Cash Cow program. These people have been in it for quite a long time and not really seen any benefits, or very, very few people have seen any benefit from it. We need to change that for them, and they're going to benefit from it, obviously, because they're going to be first in line to receive commissions and benefits from the advertising we do. But it's also going to put huge chunks of cash. When I say huge, huge for us, you know, I'm aiming for something like $35,000 per month into our treasury. Something we've never had. We've had, when we first started, we had a lot of money coming in, but it all just went out in benefits to members, in commissions to members. We had about $4 million come in the first 3 or 4 months, and it all went out in commissions. It wasn't sustainable. But now the income that we have is used in different ways, excuse me, to benefit all the members. And the first people that will benefit from cash will be those that have loaned us money to help us keep going in the times that we've really, really struggled. And that will be the people that loaned us money directly, followed by the people that bought nest eggs to also help us through the hard times. So those are our first two priorities when that starts coming in. Once we have those two programs running smoothly and we've got the switch and the changeover of the Wheat Abundance token onto the Binance Smart Chain, the next thing, the next priority is the Fund Miracles website, because that will again, not immediately, but within a year or two, be bringing in more money than anything else that we can possibly imagine. It's a huge undertaking, and it's had its difficulties, and I've been thinking about it while I'm involved in other things, in how we can perhaps overcome some of the issues that were brought up and raised and caused us to delay getting started in that program when we were on the verge of placing the contract and getting it running. There is always a reason why things don't work straight away. And some of the things that I've been thinking about will perhaps demonstrate why it's been beneficial. And similarly, the delay in the ROI Tips campaign may have been a blessing in disguise, because we recently had the AVG group, which is also a VAST antivirus and AVG antivirus, blocked our website. And that wouldn't have been good, would it, if people were responding to our advertising campaigns and follow-ups and things, and they couldn't get into the website because it was classed as dangerous. We've overcome that problem now. I don't think it'll raise its head again. And so now when the campaign starts, we don't have to worry about that. There's always a reason. There's always the right timing for things. It would be lovely to have everything working 100% like that, but life isn't like that. You have to take small steps to get on the road and keep going with those steps until you get to your destination. And we have many destinations, and once we reach one, we'll put another one in and another one, because we will never stop adding benefits for members. So that is the next thing, is the Fund Miracles site. And once we have that in development, we'll be looking more, once again, we're looking at things and ways to do this now, but we can't implement things all at once. We have to take one step at a time. We will be looking at the WISA tokens. and they will be changed also onto the Binance Smart Chain, and that will be a restructuring of the Multiply Visa program, not drastically, but it will need to be restructured a little bit to make sure that the people that are working that program can get benefit from the program and be able to withdraw and cash in profitable sums of money. I can't give you a date for it. I can't give you a date for any of these things. The ROI Tips campaign is imminent. I'm hoping it's launched on Monday, but I don't know. How soon will we get the token completed and the programming for the link of the wallets, of your wallets, to which will be an automatic process to link your wallet into our system for the Binance Smart Chain for the Share Hope token, which will replace on a one-for-one basis the Wheat Abundance token. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't think it should take too long, but it's a learning curve for us. It's something that we've not previously done, and so that is why we can't say, okay, it's going to take 3 days, 4 days. It might take 10 days to learn how to do it and a day to do it. I don't know. Okay, so that's where we are. So that is where we're going. Once we have all that in place, we're going to put them all into place. And that is going to be another amazing benefit for the members. It'll be additional ways that you will earn income pretty much automatically, as long as you are promoting We Share Abundance. All these things will fall into place for you. And when I say promoting, I mean really sharing an abundance. It's not like you've got a hard sale or anything. It's a case of saying, let me help you. Let me help you break out of the prison that you're in, financially, mentally, spiritually. And when you go about your life in that way, you'll be helping others, it'll be growing everything for everyone, and you will benefit from the different aspects that we have, including party plans. And these are all in the downline builder, and that changes. It's multiple income streams that you go to join the plans. If you want to add plans in yourself, you go into the downline builder where you can add your own programs in there. But let me do a screen share for you, because one of the programs that we have in those multiple income streams is the Ella Fund. And I can't remember what it's about, but I know when it came up originally, I thought this looks a very interesting project. And it was free, and you can earn free Ella tokens. But let me do a screen share because an email came in today. Some of you may have already received this email yourselves, but for those that haven't, where's the screen share thing? I've got to get into the Melon app. Bear with me, it won't take me too long, but you have to go through a few boring steps to get there. And we're almost there. And if I get back into Facebook, I want to make sure that it does come up as it should. Yeah, okay. Don't know whether you can see this, but I'll read it out to you. It's the Ella buyback. And it says, Ella is different from everything you have ever known so far. We believe Ella price now is too low in the exchange, making it a huge opportunity. Ella is announcing buyback from users. We will buy your coins for 1,000 USDT from every user. Check the details and terms in the Ella official Telegram group. Keep sharing your links. Okay. I've not had time to look at it. I don't know what the conditions are, but I do know we've got several thousand Ella tokens. So I can't imagine they're going to say, okay, here's $1,000 for each token, because that would be multi-millions of dollars flowing into our treasury. It would be lovely, but I think it's unlikely. But if we go into the We Share Abundance dashboard and we multiple income streams, let me just check that that is now showing for you. Yeah, multiple income streams. It's there. You can see here, it's it's at the bottom of page 1. We have 3 pages of programs. We don't recommend them, but we choose them, hopefully, that they will be strong enough to withstand your scrutiny. It's up to you to do your own due diligence on them. Join them if you wish. The Elephant is free, and you can earn those coupons. And if you click here, it will take you to their site. And it's come up with a dangerous web page, which isn't good news. This is what we were getting at one time. Norton is saying that this is dangerous. I'm not going to continue to the site, but who knows? Who knows? It's the first time I've looked at that, and I was going to just show you the website, but I can't do that because it's coming up blocked by Norton. The only thing to do, I think, is for me to get onto Elefund and let them know that I'm not prepared to visit the site because it's classed as dangerous by Norton. See what they come back with. Okay, so we'll stop sharing that now. But I wanted to show you that also in the third-party plans, the one that I believe is the most stable and not the most profitable necessarily, but it is very good income. You can get up to 6% per week. That's more than you'll get in a year from any bank. 6% a week you can get up to from Vortic. If you're in Vortic, you will have funds in your wallet, and you need to do something with them before 11 o'clock London time tonight. Because if you don't, they're just going to sit there and be wasted. You need to either add them in to an existing package you have. You've got to have a minimum of $10 in your wallet. You can top it up. If you've only got $2, you can put $8 in. If you've got $8, you can put $2 in, and then compound by adding it to one of your existing packages. Or if you're desperate for the cash and you've got over $10, you can withdraw it, but you've got to do it by 11 o'clock tonight. Otherwise, you're going to miss the payout tomorrow. They have been running into Tuesday. They say that they'll start on Mondays and be paid everybody within 48 hours. So it could be Monday or Tuesday you get paid, and most people will get paid on the Monday. Similarly, if you are compounding and you put it in after that cutoff date, you may miss the compounding on that on Monday. So you'll lose a day's income on that money that you're investing. So get it done now if you've not done it. If you're not in Vortic, take a real good look at it. With $50, which is the minimum that you can put in, even with $50 and 3 to 5 years, you can be financially independent. You have to build your plan, put it in action, and get into the habit of doing the right things over that period of time. I'm not talking about referring others. If you refer others, you'll make even more money. I'm talking about simply logging in and reinvesting every week until you get to where you want to be. Okay? 3 to 5 years will get pretty much anybody where they want to be, even starting with just $50. Vortic are seeing people, not in our group particularly, because our group tend to be not too wealthy, generally speaking. But Vortic are seeing people now. They've watched Vortic and they're happy with what's going on and the way that Vortic are expanding their offices and representatives in different countries and different languages. They're transparent about how they go about things and their trading, and they can get in touch with the CEO and the founder and talk to him directly. Nothing hidden. People are coming in with 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. I believe somebody has come in recently with over $50,000 just as an initial deposit, because Vortic has built its credibility over the short time that it's been around. It's only been around since, I think it started in September of last year. We didn't get involved until, well, I think it was December of last year. So we were still pretty early in. It might have been November, can't remember exactly. And but people are now taking Vortic really, really seriously. So take a look at the spreadsheet. There's a spreadsheet available for you, and work out your plan and stick to it. Don't be tempted by the thought that you're going to be rich tomorrow in some of these crazy, I see things, there's one looking around now, 33 cents. Make, I can't remember how much it is, whether it's 100. Yeah, I think it's quoting thousands of dollars for every 33 cent position. Just work it out logically. Even if they paid you 100% of the 33 cents, you need 3 people to make $1. If they gave you the whole 33 cents. Now, you and I know they're not going to do that, but let's just take it at 3 people to make $1. If they're talking about you making $1,000, that's 3,000 people you have to build in your network if they're going to pay you all of that 33 cents. Forget it. Set a 3 to 5 year plan with We Share Abundance and with Vortic. With any other multiple income streams that look to be rational, do your own due diligence, stick to the plan. It's the only way you can unlock that door that's stopping you have everything you want in life. Okay, who else have we got in? I think I've answered your questions there. Let me check on the Melon app, see if we've got any questions in there from people. We did have Lewis and Ram in. Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, and Ram in from no, not sure Manchester, definitely UK. Okay, numbers for yesterday and today. Yesterday we had a net increase of 35 in our active members. Today a net increase of 34 in our active members, which are now up to 40,299. And I don't know when we last had anything like that. we did get down to as little as 38,800 or something like that. So we've gradually now been building and building and building again. It was going down and down and down. We hit bottom around about 38,000, and we're now coming up and we're at 40,299, and it's gradually growing every day. Our active member count was up by 41 yesterday and 44 today. We now have 4,116 active members. Just going to have a look at. No, we're not back up to where we were at the end of last month yet. We always get a dip on the first of the month because we get people come in, they're active, and they just simply don't log in for half the available days in the month. And so, boom, it dips down by sometimes thousands on the first of the month. And people say, well, why am I not active anymore? Because they've not logged in. Okay. But it's now up to 4,116 on the 13th of August. And it's been increasing nice and steadily as well. Multiply Weezer site, which we're really doing nothing with at the moment, again, but we will get to as soon as we can in the order that I stipulated. We had 18 new email verified members to 15,700. Nobody new bought advertising. Somebody must have bought advertising because our revenue share went up by $2 just for logging in to $10,207.03. Usually it's only 20 or 30 cents if nobody's bought anything. But the more people that buy things, or the not, well, yeah, the more people, but the more sales that are made, can be the same people just buying again and again, because the advertising there is very, very powerful. There's the login ads. Okay. So those are your numbers, and that's it for today. I don't see any more questions coming up. Just checking back in the app. Nope. So that's it. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow. We'll have a little bit of an update on the development because we'll be back with the development tomorrow. Until then, until 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly, I'm not here. I will be here then, tomorrow, okay? Every day, at the same time, in the same places. Until then, be Weezer Warriors, get out there, share some abundance, make yourself happy, making others happy. You'll be amazed at how things happen for you. Mysterious forces bringing everything that you want and need into your life. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Happy day now. See you later, alligator. Whoa, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator.